Hi, I'm Gwen Bartlett with Next Level Ministry. We've all been there. You have a teen that's throwing stuff, or talking back, or being disruptive to the rest of the group. What are you going to do about it? I know a lot of people may have different ideas on how to effectively discipline, and today I want to share with you what I found to be effective discipline over 15 years in youth ministry. Something that is a giant struggle for teens today is many of them just don't have set boundaries. They're told something, and when they push the line and push the envelope, the adult then wavers and gives in. That actually causes the teens to have more of a fear because they don't know where the edge is. They don't know how far up to the line they can cross before they're told, no, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. And this is vitally important because if you tell the teen something, if you do this, then I'm going to call your parents. They do that thing, and then you say, well, you get one more chance. What they learn is that they can't take you at your word. And this is problematic because what else are you telling them? You're telling them that Jesus loves them, that he gave his life for them. And it can lead them to question that. Well, that's the same person that told me, if I do this, they'll call my parents, and they never did. I've found the most effective way to set up discipline in youth ministry is to start from the beginning. From the first session, let them know what is expected. I'll tell my teens that the biggest thing for me is respect. You need to respect those around you. You need to respect your peers in small group. You need to respect the volunteers. Respect whoever's speaking at the front, and respect the property. After that, I let them know that I will treat them whatever age they act. So if they're acting like a second grader, then I'll treat them like a second grader, even if that means pulling them aside and putting them in timeout. But if they're acting like a young adult, then I'll have no problem tossing them my keys and asking them to grab something I forgot in my car. And whenever I say that, you can always see usually about a third of the teens sit up a little straighter and get a little bit of a smile on their face because they know that they're also going to get the respect that they deserve. But it's so important, whatever lines you place, that you follow it. If you say that on a retreat, if the guys go into girls' cabins or vice versa, and they break that rule, they'll immediately be sent home, then someone does that and you give them a warning, that can lead to chaos for the entire youth group. So it's vital that you tell them where the line is, you stand firm to that line so that they know not only where the line is and it provides them safety and security, but they also know that you're telling them the truth. And to be honest, the teens that I've had to discipline the most severely, say they continue, talking while someone's giving a talk, or they're being blatantly disruptive, whatever it may be. Consistently through the years, I found that those teens, in the moment that I discipline them, of course, are very upset. But what happens over the next couple years, usually almost always happens within a 2-year range. Those are the teens that get to know me the best. And they'll be running up to me, hey, how's it going? Do you need help with anything? Because they know that I care enough to tell them no, and that I love them enough to draw the line. So then after I've drawn that, they can see that that's consistent and safe love, and then they're happy to respond to that. So it's important in regards to discipline that it's not just the leader at the front that says what it is and is carrying it out. The entire team needs to be on board with the same expectations. And this is ideal because then, especially if you have someone at the front that's speaking and there's someone that's talking, well, if your volunteers are sitting amongst the teens, then there should be someone close enough within arm's reach to reach over and tap that teen, asking them to be quiet. They don't have to get called out by the person at the front, and very quickly they stop being a distraction. But even if they're not sitting close enough, having a volunteer go from the back and correct that teen's behavior is much less disruptive than the person at the front doing the same thing. Will it be scary? Probably. A lot of people get afraid to discipline. But is it what's best for that teen? Yes. And especially, it's what's best for the teens that are sitting around them and behind them that are being very distracted by this one person. So equip your team. Be clear in what the discipline measures are, and make sure that your team communicates with you anytime they do discipline. I had one year that the same teen was being disciplined each week, but it was by a different volunteer. So it wasn't until 6 months in that we kept having the same problem with this teen that I realized it was a bigger issue, because I hadn't communicated to my volunteers that after youth group, if they had to discipline someone that day, they should come and let me know, so I could keep an idea of any teens that might be having greater issues or may need some more special attention. So make it clear what the discipline measures are. Whenever you do have to discipline, remember, you're not choosing to do this. You're responding to the situation they have put you in. And after you discipline swiftly and clearly, then go right back into ministry mode, sharing Jesus' love with them. Be sure that if you do have to discipline, that it's not wishy-washy, otherwise it comes across as unclear and that you're not even sure of your actions. But disciplining clearly isn't only a great benefit for the entire youth group, but also another expression of your love for them. My name is Gwen Bartlett. I'll be praying for you as you're disciplining. Have a great day.